It's the big game of the weekend, Manchester United versus Manchester City, the Manchester Derby. Even though this time around it doesn't really feel like that derby feeling, but regardless, it is a derby whether you like it or not. This is always a fixture we look forward to in every Premier League calendar. And now we're getting yet another edition of this one. But this one is exciting because it's Pep Guardiola versus Michael Carrick, and we don't know what to expect. But without wasting more time, Victor, first questions for you. There is a general consensus that Manchester City, are the overwhelming favorite for this game. Are you fully backing that consensus, or are you going with the cliche saying of, oh, form goes out of the way when it comes to the derby?
I mean, they were overwhelming favorites against Chelsea too, about what 10 days ago, and look how that turned out. Yes, these big games are always very tricky, especially derbies, and form does tend to matter a bit less. But City are still expected to win this one, and I think it's for good reason. First and foremost, squad wise, United cannot hold a candle to City at the moment after so many years already of not being able to hold a candle. They are not able to do that again. City are simply have too good of a squad to be actually in a contest against Man United. It will be interesting to watch, absolutely, especially with Carrick coming in now. And yeah, as you said, we don't really know what to expect, but yeah, should be cities.
Hmm, fair point. And over to you, Max, with the Manchester United jersey. It's poetic that you're answering this question. How important is this game for newly appointed Michael Carrick in the grand scheme of things?
Actually, it's only really fun when you said Pep Guardiola against Carrick. It just feels irrelevant, and I feel like this is gonna happen in the game overall as well because you don't really expect Carrick to do decent thing against Pep Guardiola while he was only like Middlesbrough coach for like a season or so. I mean, you don't really expect a lot from him, and you obviously know that Man United are going to change manager next season, even if he like finishes in top four. I still feel like he's not going to be a manager, so this doesn't really matter for the club in general, but for the Carrick himself, if he performs good this season and somehow in UCL, yeah, then he would be probably on the radars for the other teams, but he will not still be in Man United, so I don't really know.
Fair point. And back to you, Victor. Do you think this game will play a part, or do you think it will have an impact on the title race?
Well, surely not for United, right? But yeah, absolutely. Guardiola really needs a win here. After three draws on the trot in the Prem, they're 6 points behind Arsenal, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, and they
Mhm.
must feel like they have missed some big opportunities, especially since they were expected to win all of those three games. Still seeing how it's unlikely that Arsenal drop any points this weekend, I think City definitely need to win this to at least keep some semblance of pressure on them.
Yeah, fair point. And back to you, Matt. Is there anything in your opinion that Carrick can do to give United a strong chance of a win or an upset?
When firstly, he can try to put 12 players on the pitch, but I don't think that this is gonna work out. Secondly, he can probably try to boost motivation for the players and say that he'll lead them to the bar after the game, but this didn't really help them lately, so I just feel like it's gonna be tough, but I don't really think that Curry can do anything for the players that will push them to win Man City.
Wow, you already accepted defeat before the game. Interesting. Back to you,
Yeah.
Victor. Any key battles or tactical decisions that could impact the outcome of this game?
The big question here is, will Erling Haaland show up? He does have a decent record against United, we know that, but we also know his record in big games. And if he has again one of those where it's like four touches in the first half, it might get tricky for him to get back in. Apart from that, it will be interesting to see if Semenyo starts again and where. I would love to see him on the left taking on Diogo Dalot, who's been inconsistent of late. And naturally, the midfield. I mean, if Casemiro, if he can somehow channel 50% of the player he was for Real Madrid, he might give United a fighting chance.
Max, your answer to that question.
I'll probably say Semenyo starts on right again, and he'll face Dorgu. I just feel like this is gonna be the heatiest matchup in the game because Dorgu was probably the best player of late for Man United, and Semenyo is showing decent form as well. So I would definitely like to see this head-to-head.
Fair enough. And still with you, Max, on the final note, what are your bold predictions or score predictions for this game?
Okay, for the poll prediction, I feel like I hope Mbeumo comes back and he scores or assists. But for the score prediction, I mean, obviously, I expect Man City to win this game, but I'll have to go with draw and let it be 2-2 draw.
Interesting. Victor, your answer to that.
Yeah, funnily enough, I'm going with a 2-2 draw as well. Šeško scores, Haaland does not.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, funny enough, that was my bold prediction as well. Erling Haaland will not score in this game, but City would win 3-1. I still
wow.
think City would win 3-1, but Haaland will not score. Semenyo probably gets on the score sheet, and that's about it. But anyways, those are our thoughts for the big game coming this weekend, Manchester United versus Manchester City. It's also starting the game week as well, so it's going to be exciting, starting the weekend with a bang. Of course, we'll wait to see how this game unfolds, and we'll bring out the best talking points in our match day recap.